am Bam Damn, a damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes the heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Dante. Alexander first down and more.
Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns the corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
I was born right like you.
I'd like for people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.
Alabama defeats Miami. Rawlings has succeeded.
This is not the end. This is the beginning.
Roll Tide family, Roll Tide. I appreciate everybody being up in here tonight. Before we get started, I'd like to bring on my brother, Mr. William Bryant. Mr. William, come on down, sir. I do appreciate you being here. Some reason or another, your intro was not up here for some reason. We're going to find out what happened to that thing.
Uh-oh.
But good to see you, brother. How you doing, man?
We are the streak ending, three-peat killing Alabama Roll Tide.
Well, before we get in,
I love it,
get
man.
into everything tonight, I want everybody to know what tonight is. Today is Veterans Day, so in honor of all of our veterans and first responders, to all of our veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members everywhere, we at Make It a Double, we salute you. Happy Veterans Day. All right, now let's get the show going. Let me get this up here real quick before we get ourselves in trouble. Let me get this little MA up in here, just in case.
All right.
I'm going to do a little chat overlay real quick so everybody can be talking one another up over here. Good to see you, Stephen. Roll Tide Rise Up. Good to see you, Jeff Stapleton. Good to see you, sir. All right, Make It a Double. What did you think about the game Saturday, sir? Give me your input.
I loved it. I loved it. I seen a bunch of damn drunk ass fucking babies, crybabies out there on the damn in that damn Baton Rouge, Louisiana stadium there. It's just a damn shame there to see all them down act like they did there. They ought to be ashamed. Their mom ought to turn them over their damn knees and spank that ass real good.
Well, with that being said, before we go any further, well, just with that part right there being said, I'm gonna go through some pictures right quick. I know we ain't got a lot of people in here, but our main ones are up in here. I want to go through this, just talking about how LSU fans are acting, how they have no consideration and no concern for their fellow Tigers. They really could care less. And I've did some couple of free frames right here. I'm going to share it to you. Here's the first one. I want everybody to see. I don't know if y'all can see my little arrow I got up there in that top right-hand corner. It's pointing at a piece of trash. Can't really make it out. But you can see just how far up in the stands that one thing is where it's coming from. Well, I froze it again a little bit later. Oh, look at there. It's starting to take shape. What is that? A water bottle? What is that? Anyway, you see it coming on down. It's still flying. All right. Number 4 right here. Oh, look at that. You can make that out good now. That's one of them aluminum beer bottles right there. I guess they call them cans because they're made out of aluminum, but it's one of them beer bottles they're selling there at the stadium. Look how far that thing has traveled already. and it's picking up speed. Now, this is the last one I took on it. I want y'all to see right here where that thing landed. It hit their own people down here in the bottom. Hit them. I mean, if you look right there to the right, the guy with a hoodie on, I think he's the one that actually got hit. The one guy right there protected his buddy with a phone in his hand, protected him, but that flew from all the way up top, all the way down. They hit their own people. Hit their own damn people. But and just while we're on the subject, LSU got hit with a $250,000 fine for fans throwing trash on the field during the game. Well, I hate to tell you this, but depending on how much beer was in that bottle, going from that distance, could hit somebody back in the head and kill them. Is that worth $250,000? Do you think it should be more, William, than $250,000?
I would. Hell, if I was the one getting hit, I'd probably try to get the bottle, get fingerprints off of it, and sue the motherfucker.
It's crazy, man.
I mean,
they just got hit another $250,000 when they beat Ole Miss for everybody storming the field. So that's $500,000 in the last two games they played. Plus, they're hitting their own people with shit. That's embarrassing. I'm sorry. I feel for the LSU fans that have no control over this, and they're true lovers of LSU and their name being drug in the mud just like this. But y'all got to get control of your people. That's ridiculous, man. That is downright friggin' ridiculous. Hey, AJ, good to see you, ma'am. Brock, good to see you, sir.
Girl.
That's just crazy. I just saw that and I had to put that on there. Come on, that's a big distance right there. I mean, I've had a couple of beer bottles crashed over my head just right here behind me. Somebody had a pool towel. Pow! Pop. I know how bad that hurt. It ain't coming from that distance, flying down there and hitting me behind the head. That could kill somebody. That just, I mean, what do you think? I mean, really? I mean,
I agree with you. I mean,
they threw trash and mustard bottles and all that on the field.
People's crazy, man. I mean, to do shit like that there. And I just want to respond to Stephen Hicks. Hell, you don't have to get me drunk. I'd give them to you, man, the tickets if you wanted them, bro. but you want to put down the website down there? I mean, the email address, and he could have done like me and just put in there, hey, I'd like to go to a game. I've never been, but I mean, I don't know if it matters or not. If
I think Steven's messing with you. I think he's messing with you.
I
really do. But what it is, I mean, anytime, Phil, I wish any of y'all, if y'all just want to talk, communicate, go to a little back and forth, please email us at bamdamsports@gmail.com. That simple. bamdamsports@gmail.com. That way we get everything together. It'd be awesome. And I check
he will communicate
4 or 5 times a day.
He'll communicate with you. Trust me, I've tried him out. He'll communicate with you through that. Yes, sir. So,
all right.
But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, to do that and to risk injuring somebody. I mean, even if it's an opposing team, you shouldn't want to injure them. I mean, what kind of damn raising is that? From families and shit. There, were they raised to? Somebody does something to you, hit them back there. I don't agree with that. There, I mean, but at Alabama, we have a little bit of pride and dignity, and a little bit of gumption about it. Hey, I mean, just because, and I was going to say something, but I'll go because it involves one of my half brothers, but what he said. But I said, Mama didn't raise you that way, buddy. I said, because he thinks it's all right to hit a woman if she strikes him. I said, no, you don't do that, buddy.
It ain't.
Of course, he wasn't all there. I said, but I was just trying to explain to you, you don't do that, man. Mama didn't teach you that. I know better than that. I know better. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, my mama taught me to never hit back. But if they shoot you and they don't kill you, you better not miss. What my mama taught me. Anyway, that's a story for another day. Right.
Okay.
Let's get back to the game this weekend.
Okay.
I thought it was real great. I was very pleased. they did come out with the emotion that they played with last time they played with Mizzou. I saw the Boyer was getting up in people's grills still. He was energetic. All the coaches, the players on the sideline, they were energetic, and it was pouring down rain, and they were still staying pumped up. I mean, still staying pumped up. I love seeing that. Now, did we play a full game, full 60 minutes? No, we still had some slack. We still got some improvement we got to do. I ain't denying that. I mean, our special teams even kind of let us down a little bit. There's no reason why guys catching the ball in the end zone, running out 20, 30 yards. We should be nailing him at 15 at least. It's a small details. But overall, considering how we've played so far this year, it is a major improvement. It's what I was looking for this team, what I have been waiting on. How about you, William?
Right. I mean, yeah, we do have some things we need to still work on, and I think Milrose improved a whole lot. He's I don't even know if he even throwed one interception, did he? All night long. I don't believe he did.
We had 0 turnovers.
I loved it. So yeah. I
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now I feel myself. Now, before we even took the first snap, we get delay of game penalty or illegal motion right off the friggin' get-go. I'm like, hell, here we go. But then we got together, drove down the field. Milrow ran for a touchdown. I'm going, okay, maybe. Here we go. Maybe let's see how this is going to go now. Yeah. I wouldn't let myself get built up too high. I wouldn't let myself get down too low. I stayed kind of medium through that whole game because I wanted to see more where we at on it. We still got some foot issues we got to do, technique issues we need on the offensive and defensive line that we need to work on. But overall, I really feel that the rain did us a favor as a team. I really do, because that ball was wet. Their footing was slippery, So they was having Milrose having to grip that ball a little bit tighter. He had to really look and be sure of where he was going to throw the ball. And they did more short passes, more short routes. They threw the ball more to the running backs. They ran the ball a whole lot more. They cut Milrose loose to do what he thinks. If he don't see something, take off. Everything happened, in my opinion, because of the rain. They gave him more opportunity to give, I'm going to call it safe mode plays, more safe plays. I mean, even the snaps where they learned from Tennessee's game. I love that silent count where you had the guard looking back, and when Jalen raised his leg, he tapped the center, and then the center could snap when he wanted to. But Jalen was back there waiting on it at any time. That was awesome. Now, I was afraid a couple of times there we might get called for a movement on the line because that offensive guard was so big when he turned to tap him, it looked like his shoulder was going forward. So I kind of nervous there that he was going to get called because he wasn't just reaching to tap it. He kind of turned his whole body and tapped him, But we didn't get called that. And I think that's another thing I'm going to have to say the rain helped us with is because the umpire's ready to go. They didn't want to be wet. They didn't want to be out there in that mud. They're going to get that game over with. They're going to let them play a little bit. Unless it was damn obvious, they're going to let it go because they want to go home. I mean, what do you think about the rain? How do you think they did?
Well, I mean, whenever you got rain and if it's at night, it's going to be a little cooler too. So that sets you up for snot blowing there and coming out your nose and shit. So they definitely want to take care of that. So yeah, I agree with you. They wanted to get on out of there and get back home. So I think that helped us out a lot. But we did play a whole lot better, and I'm glad of this. We've got things to shore up. Yeah, that's true. But we did a whole lot better this game, and let's get her done. We got to finish out all the way.
Yep, we got to get done. Like our topic up there says, don't stop now. Don't let it go now.
That's right.
Do not stop now.
Right.
because, as y'all saw, with a lot of people lost this weekend. A lot of people with 2 losses. So at this point, everybody's fighting to play. I mean, to keep going, because they know if you get 3 losses, you're done. They can brag about it. They can talk it up. All these ESPN guys, they can talk it up. No, you're not. Mathematically, you're not done if you get a 3rd loss. Oh, God, you're not. Oh, yeah, you're right. Mathematically, you're correct. But when it comes selection time, you got 3 losses. You ain't getting a 12-team playoff, period. You got the Big 12. You got ACC with either no losses or 1 loss. They will go before a SEC with 3 losses will get into a playoff. So we know from here on out, on any given Saturday, somebody can be beat. The ball can bounce the wrong way. You get an umpire with a damn jockey strap itch. You get something with caught up his crawl and starts calling left and right damn penalties on your ass. It can cost you a ball game. Mercer, do not take them light. Right. You better come out against Mercer this weekend, and you start off strong. You get as many points on them, and you do not let up on your defense at all. These boys are hungry. They're eating. Do not stop it. Let them keep going. Let them keep playing with the same intensity. You keep calling the same type of plays you've been doing, the same blitzes. Do not let up. You let up it can cost you that game, and if it costs you that game, you're done. Alabama's out 12-team playoff. You got to go in with the same intensity that you've got right now. What do you think, Will?
I agree, and I hope, and I believe it can get to this. You remember whenever we had a game there with Nick Saban Jr. and he there was one game where we got up to like 63, I think it was, and them boys, we was at the damn line fixing to take it on in for another one, and Nick Saban just kind of told hold off. Yeah. I hope Coach DeBoer says, go for it, get it.
Now, with that being said, hey, Nick Saban Jr.
That's kind of cruel. You know.
Now, with that being said, I have to agree with you.
Okay.
We may need some style points out of this game. If we can get them. Mm-hmm. If we can get them, we need them. Now, if all that we got to play our game, no matter the opponent. We got to. Because, like I said, you start running into mistakes. The ball starts bouncing a different way. Guys start getting overconfident, dropping balls, getting interceptions, fumbles, blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, you done lost the game. I mean, look, I'll give you a prime example. Ole Miss. They lost against LSU when LSU didn't lead a single time the whole damn game till the very end. Because they got complacent. The guys thought they had the game. Next thing you know, game over. So I'm telling you, every game we play from here on out, we have to treat it, and because it is, like it's the last damn game of the season. Because you lose it, you're out. Problem is, we got a lot of teams that way now. A lot of them. That way now.
Mm-hmm.
Getting deep. Lord have mercy. I mean, Georgia, they got 2 losses now. Oh, it's getting deep. It's deep.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to give you the best they've got. Go ahead, Will.
Well, you didn't mention that old Piss and LSU, you know, and then we have old Piss coming and beating number 3 or whatever they was, you know,
Georgia.
Beat the number 3. So, I mean, are they just being able to stay in it, period, because of the style, beating a quality team like that? I mean, and Jaga didn't go out of it just because they was number 3.
Well, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up here right quick.
Yes,
Georgia only had 1 loss. They only had 1 loss. Now they have 2 losses. They dropped them down. This is the AP poll, y'all. This is not the playoff committee's thing. It don't come out to tomorrow. This is the AP top 25 poll here. It is Georgia 72, so they got their 2nd loss now. Ole Miss went in that game with a 2nd loss already. They couldn't lose it. If they had lost, they'd have been out. Georgia could afford to lose a game. I did not take that consideration on my picks, but they could afford to lose one more. But Ole Miss couldn't, or they'd be totally out. That's why that happened that way. Alabama, we got 2 losses. We can't afford to lose anymore. Tennessee's only got 1 loss. So technically, they could lose 1 more. Texas, they've only got 1 loss. So technically, they could lose 1 more. But anybody with 3, you're gone. That's my personal opinion. All these talking heads and say what they want to. They ain't putting 3 in, not in the SEC. As bad as they want us out, the reason they went to the 12-team playoff to begin with is to get SEC out of it. They tired of us playing for the championship all the time. I mean, what do you think there, bro?
Right, I agree with that. And I do want to say something to in the chat there, Nick Jr. I know you want to call yourself Junior, but out of respect, Nicholas Lou Saban is a junior, which will be 2, and I have to call you Nick Saban the third, if that's okay, because technically down the line you are Nick the third. Okay, but I love you. You know I do, brother. You know I do with all my heart, son. So yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead. You got something to say?
One more thing I had on my notes I forgot to bring up when we was talking about the rain, why I felt the rain helped us so much. Even the offensive line, the ground was wet, muddy, and slick. They were digging in. They were getting widespread. They were getting their body planted technique at the very get-go. They wasn't waiting, hoping they could move quick and get into it. They were setting up. So they knew in their mindset where they had to be, and they went ahead and did it. And when they run the ball and they can fire off without being in stance for so long, it helped them blocking too. So that's another reason I'm thinking that rain helped us. So hopefully when it ain't raining, they can remember we need to get set. It worked well. We need to do that.
Yeah. Yes. I agree.
How you liking how the new Alabama defense is looking? They've adjusted for the last 2 games. They look different. They're playing different. The calls are different. I mean, how you liking it? What's the biggest difference you're seeing?
Well, to me, and please, if y'all in the chat know something different from what I'm seeing, I don't see that 4-3-2-2-3, whatever you call that. I see them lining up on the line with more guys there instead. To me, that's what I've been looking at. But y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But I think I think Kane Wallach just said, hey, we need to get something else because I don't think this is working here. So that's my view. So, but I think that we made the adjustments, and we went back to the old style. To me, so
I could be wrong.
I mean,
I could be wrong on that.
Do you see that?
But my gut's normally right, and because it's a big old gut, it's got a lot of room to be right. I'm just telling you. My gut's telling me things got a little tight down there with them, and Mr. Womack asked Daddy for a little advice. I think Daddy come down there, and they got to overlooking everything. So we got a little mixture of the old school and with the new school. We put more people on the line first and foremost. We brought up our people faking full-on blitz about every time. They don't know who we're dropping back, who we're bringing. It's keeping them guessing. And then when they try to slant, well, they don't know if we're backing off right in their damn throwing lane or not. The only thing about it is still leaving our cornerbacks on an island man-to-man, which so far they've been beat a couple of times, but for the overall picture, I'll give them a B plus. I'll give them a B plus right now. They have been beat. There've been some overthrown balls. Of course, our guys have beat theirs too, and with some overthrown balls. So I think that sort of balanced itself out myself. I mean, what do you think with the DBs?
I agree, and like I say, maybe they'll work on what they messed up on this week, and hopefully they'll get all that shit took care of, and come back, and we'll see a different, even better team. Now imagine that, even better team against Mercer there, and I'm looking for a blowout. Saturday,
I hope
really.
you get to see one. I really do.
We do have some guys that it's going to be out. I think Q Robinson. I think he's got
out for the year.
A season ending.
He's out for the year.
Yes, season ending.
Much as I hate to hear it, but
so
I wish you best, brother. Prayers for you, my man. Better. Prayers for you and for your family. Yeah. I hope you get well soon, brother. Get well soon. You got a whole lot of talent on you, brother. Hate to see it, but thank you for everything you've done so far for University of Alabama. And while we're talking about the players real quick, I want to bring this up before we get off the subject of how proud we are of the Alabama players, their attitude, their excitement, the coaches. They seem to be all up in it themselves. They're getting emotional also, which I love and see. But when I forgot where I saw it at, but when I got to hear the players on the sideline during the practice leading up to this game, where they wasn't just happy of getting the football dumped into a bucket of water and playing with a wet football. They wanted it raining. They wanted them spraying them with water. They wanted to turn on much water they could, pumping the noise. The players were begging for it, asking for it. That is impressive to me. And you could tell during the game when we didn't have no turnovers. We didn't have no drop balls. We didn't have none of that because of wet conditions. It proves how you practice is how you play. You don't put all in practice, you ain't going to put all in during the game. You give it everything you got at practice. You put everything in, every type of scenario you can. You're going to be ready for it during the game. Now, that's old school, y'all. These old men we've been preaching about. That's some old school shit, but it's true. They just proved it right. The players proved it right. They were asking for the coaches to do that to them. And the coaches probably
really?
I don't really want to get you that wet. I don't need you to pull a hamstring. I don't need no, give it to me. We got to have it. We need it. We got to have this game. Soak us. That's impressive. Sorry. I mean, what do you think, bro?
They actually done that, really?
The players did that, yes. Our players.
Because we got an indoor facility, and they chose they wanted to be out in the elements, and it wasn't raining because it's Alabama,
Break out the water hose.
Yeah, it's Alabama.
Turn on the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, drought condition. Yeah, it's fucking 100 degrees out there in the shade if you can find it.
I was impressed.
Yeah.
That impressed me. They just showed me their heart.
Hell
They're starting to get heart now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I like that.
We've been missing.
So, because they've been saying, it's going to be raining there, overcast, and it's going to be bad down in Louisiana, and what we going to do, what if it's raining there, you think they'll move it to Alabama? Nah, they ain't going to do that, man. We're just going to go ahead and play unless it's thunder and lightning.
True.
Then it'll be a delay of game, for a little while. So, and then they come back out. So, that really impressed me. Really, I'm glad you, because I didn't see that.
I did.
So,
I'll try to get a video of it.
Man.
Matter of fact, it's also in Touchdown Alabama's newsletter, because I'll still give money. Touchdown Alabama. I'm proud of them. They do a great job. Now I try to support that. I know it ain't much. Yeah. It's just a little newsletter I get, but I love it. I got a file set up. I put it in every chance I get. I go back and read. Even they was even talking about it. So they get to go to the game. Practices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's outstanding. Yeah. I'm just tickled to death for that. Now then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To the next topic, unless you got something else you want to talk about the players, been on sideline and all that.
Have we? I just want to ask you because back when we heard about Ha Ha Clinton Dix being on the sideline. Have we still got players being on
Yes.
the sideline to
Yes.
help them?
I don't know if they're helping, but they're on the
Do you know
sideline,
who's exactly?
hooping and hollering, having a good time. I know that much. Hey, little Joe, good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here.
Okay, I didn't know if we had any of the former players coming out there and encourage them and having talks with players and encourage or whatever they can do to. I don't know if they're doing
Oh
that.
yeah, they're still doing that.
I just want to go ahead.
They're still doing that. Now
Okay.
then, I've got serious question. I want to ask your opinion on. We have, and we're going to have a lot more before it's over with, a lot of 2-loss SEC teams. We don't have divisional play no more. They pick your top 2 SEC teams to play for the SEC championship. I could see where you could have either a 1-loss playing a 2-loss. I could see where even you have 2-loss teams playing each other for the SEC championship. So, in your opinion, is playing in the SEC championship game worth it? Or are you setting yourself up to possibly be knocked out of a 12-team national championship playoff? What do you think?
My opinion is, even with 2 losses, you ought to be good enough to be able to beat a 1-loss team. Just because they've got 1 loss, or to say something that there's some sort of something that they missed or they're not doing that the other team capitalize on, and they capitalize and knock them out that one game. So they got that 1 loss. So to me, you ought to be able to play with the best of them, even if you're a 2-loss team, in my opinion. But I see where you're going with that. My opinion, we're going to face Texas for the SEC championship. That's my opinion, because they're number 1 spot. They're number 1 in the SEC right now. So I figure it'll be us against them, or it could be somebody else facing them. But to me, we're the one that's made the most improvements and stuff since, and I see us doing it, because maybe that was Kirby Smart's intention to lose to
Old
Okay,
let me put this up here right quick. All right. Right now, you have Texas has only got 1 loss. Tennessee only has 1 loss. So if everybody wins out, it's going to be Texas and Tennessee for the SEC championship. Alabama has 2 losses. We have to win out to even have a shot in anything. Ole Miss has to win out to have a shot. Georgia has to win out to have a shot. And Georgia and Tennessee plays. So let's say Georgia with 2 losses plays Tennessee this coming weekend, and Georgia beats Tennessee, ranked at number 6.
Right.
That's going to put Tennessee down below. Probably, I don't know, they probably put them right between us and Ole Miss, but we'll move Georgia back up. It'll be Texas and Georgia. So if you look at the remaining schedules after this weekend, any given weekend. But that's what I'm seeing right now. That's what I'm seeing right now. It wouldn't be us. And to me, I'm tickled shitless. To me, I think it's unless you just had an undefeated season, I don't see how going into an SEC game that, now if you're a lower team, you're not in the top 4, if you win that game, yeah, that's going to probably give you a first round bye. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. That could be worth it. But you're a 2-loss team.
Right.
You're down here to 6 or even 5. and you playing a top 4 team and you lose, that could knock you out. That give you a third loss and knock you out, even being invited to go play in the championship tournament with 12-team playoff. Plus, you get more players hurt. It's just I see more negative than I do positive being invited to play in the SEC championship game. To me, it's lost its luster. It's become a what's the best way I can put this? It's becoming something you dread because you're having to play one more game than everybody else is going to go into a 12-team playoff against quality opponent that you could lose your starting quarterback. You could lose your starting run. You could be end of it right there in that one game and not even have a chance to go. To me, I'd rather miss it and get into the 12-team playoff than go win a championship. Because that championship to me is more important than the SEC title. Now, that's just me. That's just me. What do you think?
Well, as you said, the top 4 teams gets the bye, which is going to be the ones that wins their division championship. So, and as you said, once again, as you said, the Tennessee's got to play Georgia. And Georgia beats Tennessee, that'll give them their second loss. So, and then it's all going to come down to who beat who, And we beat one of the top 4 teams already, which was Georgia. So that's what they're going to be looking at, Greg Sankey, because he's the one that's going to be in charge of the SEC championship. So, and we got that one against them. So. But yes, we did. We lose to Tennessee. Tennessee, that's correct. But it wasn't. Was it a major blowout, or I don't think it was.
It wasn't, but we still lost. We still lost, but still, we beat Georgia.
But still, yeah.
But if Tennessee beats Georgia,
the number 3 team,
if Tennessee beats Georgia, it gives Georgia their third loss. Third loss. Georgia gone.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind because Kirby's going to come out with everything he's got. He knows one more loss, he's done.
Yeah,
he is done. And I'm sorry.
And it's being played in Athens. Yep. It's being played in Athens.
And I'm sorry. I'm just. What's that? What's his quarterback's name? Carson Carson Beck. Carson Beck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Aiden Head's what I call him.
That boy, he is. He's getting $4 million, or he's got $4 million, and he's driving around Lambeau, around campus. All right. So he's already got his, and I'm sorry he's playing that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to turn this into a Georgia anything, but I'm just telling you right now, he don't give a shit. He's over there laughing and shit on the sideline when they're getting their ass waxed. And I'm going, what's why ain't Kirby Smart over there opening that ass? Anyway, so I'm if they lose Tennessee, it's going to be because Carson Beck. I tell you that right here, right now, and then they'll be out. And that might be the best thing can happen to Georgia, that they don't have to go into the 12-team playoff and get embarrassed. Just being honest. All right, now go ahead. Before I go back.
But I'm just saying, and that's where Kirby ain't so smart. Okay, he let their other damn best player in behind him go off. He hit the transfer portal and said, "I'm getting the hell out of here," and kept down fucking $4 million piece of bullshit. And now he's taking advantage of that, and he's over there sitting there laughing there. You fucking motherfucker there. I got $4 million there, and y'all ain't got shit. And so, and that's why the other players is letting shit go on there with him.
That was sad. And Jeff Roy, real quick, to answer your question, I'm the wrong one to ask because, number one, I'm married to a Tennessee fan, so I'm rooting for Tennessee to beat Georgia. Straight up. So I'm the wrong one to ask that question to. He said, "Who we root for to beat who?" You know, I'm just saying that you can ask. Well, who you want to root for, William? Between them two, Georgia loses, they're out.
Can we get both of them to lose? But yeah, I'd have to go with Georgia. But I need Tennessee to lose again. That's what I need.
I like Stephen Hicks.
So that we can.
I like what Stephen Hicks says. I want to play Tennessee again. I think it'd be a different outcome this time. Yeah. I would love to play them one more time. I ain't gonna lie about it. I would. This year.
Yeah.
Because this is a different team that played there.
But
I believe that with all my heart.
But if Tennessee gets another loss, and that'll move us on up to be able to play Texas there.
Maybe.
I'm thinking.
Maybe. That's iffy. That's maybe.
Yeah.
That may put Georgia back up there.
I believe it'll happen.
That may put Georgia back up there.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that.
Okay.
If Tennessee loses, watch and see if Tennessee loses to Georgia, and I don't know what the score will be, if it'll have anything to do with it. Probably will. I'm going to say that we'll face Texas in the SEC championship. I'm going on record for that right now.
Okay.
If that's the way it happened.
We'll see.
But
once again, I'm going
to
say it again. God, I hope not. I don't want us to get to our third loss in SEC championship and get knocked out.
We've got to have confidence.
I understand confidence.
Confidence.
I'm also a realist.
Yeah.
I have the confidence I can meet my bills this month. But if I lose my job tomorrow, I ain't got a paycheck coming in, I ain't gonna be able to pay my bills tomorrow. But set me up for a winning situation. I will take that all day long. That's just me. All right, now then, I want to play this real quick.
I can see that. I just said I could see that. Go ahead.
Hey, Blake Miles, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. So what was he saying? If Florida could have had a decent quarterback and could have got some big players on defense, Florida would had 3 losses. Florida would have had 3 losses. That's possible. I doubt it because they're keeping the wrong coach. I'm sorry. They gave that man money because he went in that damn game this past weekend. Knew he done had his money in the bank, didn't give a shit. And you can tell the way he coached that game. He didn't give a damn. He wasn't on his people's ass. He wasn't on nothing. Where the game before they got their ass beat, he was up in everybody's grill. And they played better in a loss. This last game, they didn't give a shit. Players didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit. So that's a good question, Blake. That's a good question. I can't answer that one because I don't know if it make a damn or not when you have a sorry ass coach. Go ahead, William. What do you think, man?
Well, I got a question. Someone in the chat, and I'm not going to say who it is, but what is so special about ATM this year? I mean, are they doing that good? I mean, what they get? They got rid of Jim Bowl, $78 million Fisher, and they brought this other coach in. Is he really that good of a coach, or what? I mean, I don't know. What do you think, brother?
Give me 1 second. I'm making me a drink. Be right there.
I don't. Go ahead. I'll try to continue talking there. I mean, I don't know how they're doing because I don't follow, Texas ATM bullshit there. So I couldn't tell you because I don't watch none of their games. So, I mean, are they really that good that they can probably beat Texas and knock them out, knock them down a notch or two, at least a notch. So I don't know.
ATM has improved a lot. They've actually got a coach in there that gives a damn. and actually got these players kind of believing in him. Because old Dumbo Fisher there was floppy fucking ears and shit. Oh, excuse my French. I got the MA up. But with Dumbo Fisher, he went in the game. He didn't care, and the players didn't care. So they have gotten better. They are solid, and I agree with you, Stephen Hicks. They are a solid team now. They have a decent quarterback. They still have a great offensive line. They still have a great defensive line. I don't like their secondary. Well, I do like their secondary. That's how we can beat them. But it's just they are a much improved team. Can they beat Texas? Yeah, they can beat Texas. I ain't going to deny that. They can beat Texas. And Texas can work the field with them, too. Depends on who shows up. Seriously, depends on who shows up that game.
When do they play? Or do they play?
It's the last game of the season. It's the last one. It's like ours is Urban. They play Texas A&M. Their last. It's the yeah. I might be wrong on that. I had to look it up. I think it is the last weekend of the season, of the regular season.
Okay.
I think Tennessee plays Vandy. Georgia plays Georgia Tech. Blah 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 blah. See, Ole Miss.
So what was ATM in that poll there?
Let me pull it up right quick.
Is that even mentioned there?
They're not in the top 12, so they're below us on that one.
Okay.
But they are solid. They are a better team than they have been, even with all that money they bought. And Miami's starting to learn that real quick. That all that money players are buying. They finally play a decent team in Georgia Tech. That was funny. I loved it. Anyway, I did. I enjoyed that game.
Dude.
So where we at now? All right. I want to talk about Jahad Campbell. Ooh, that man's coming on, bro. I am so impressed with him. God almighty, I'm impressed with him. He's taking over that defense. I'm telling you, man is on fire week after week. They keep calling his name. I am so impressed with him. I mean, Jesus. I mean, what do you think? What do you think about him?
Yes, sir. I've seen it. He's tough, man. He just keeps on going, man.
See, we got what's the young guy? The young guy that came in from Alabama. Is it Hubbard, defensive back. Is that his name?
Yes. Bray Hubbard.
Oh,
Bray.
Rise up and rise up. Nick Saban Jr., KB. I mean, they all were singing his praises when he was in high school. I just got to see very little film on him. It looked good, but they actually followed this man, and they were singing it. And he's living up to the billing they was talking about. He is outstanding, and he's living up to it. I'm so impressed. So I mean, I'm hoping in this game at Mercer we get out a big lead at front. Then second half, we don't have to see Jalen Milroe no more. We bring in our quarterbacks, our backup quarterback. We start seeing what our depth we got. And I want to see what we got waiting in case we get more injuries is what I'm wanting to see. What do you think?
Yes, sir. And I want to see DL in there. I want to see him in as quarterback too, possibly in this game here. I want to see him. And please, if he's better than the other one, bring him up. Because, I mean, it takes, and I know we got some Simpson fans in our chat there, and I'm sorry, I'm just a lot of good dude, you know. But I've seen it's hard for him to even make a damn score. At least give my guy a chance, you know. How many chances has Simpson had? How many games has he played? I know he's number 2, and he gets that right right now. But why not give my guy a chance and see if he can't make a score? But now Simpson's made a score. It took a while.
It took a while. That's even Simpson, though, they're bringing him in on major cleanup duty. I like to see more quality playing time. But with that being said, right now, we can't really take that big of a chance. We can't afford to lose nothing. We can't take too big of a chance in case something goes wrong right now. But we got to finish it. We got 3 games before we go in the playoffs. So I'm thinking this Mercer game, I'm hoping that you get to see your DL quarterback live this weekend. I hope you get to see him. Because if you see him, that means we're whooping some serious buttocks. I hope it happens. God, I hope it happens. Lord, that would be so sweet. That'd be so.
He's not getting playtime, though. None. Zero.
So you know what that means? He'll be out next year. He'll go on transfer.
What does it mean?
That's next transfer.
I don't want to see that.
What I'm afraid of for Alabama. I'm afraid of it.
Oh,
shit. It just scares me. It does. It scares me.
I know you got them 8.
That's okay. You can say shit and all that right now. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to block out the comments over here. I got to figure out how to move it to the other side of the screen.
Okay.
Rise Up says that if Texas A&M beats Texas, that they will play for the SEC championship. Yeah. Are you saying that they will play again for the SEC championship, or that will knock Texas slap out? Rise Up, what do you mean by that?
Well, look at what Stapleton said there. Look at what Jeff said there. They haven't played anybody. So I don't know. I don't know who. Like I said, I don't know their schedule. Jeff Stapleton said.
You're talking about Texas?
ATM hasn't played anybody. ATM hasn't. I don't know. I don't keep up with
it. Look at it. I don't have it in front of me. I'm gonna have to take his word for it because I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah.
One thing I know is they were playing the SEC schedule. So I mean, look at Vandy this year. I'm sorry, we got good teams in SEC. So any given weekend. Now, granted, I just had to see it. I'm gonna have to hold my thoughts on it. So what Blake say up here? Hey guys, what I was trying to say earlier is if Florida would have had a good, decent quarterback and could have got some players on defense, Florida would have beat Georgia, and that would have given them their 3 losses. Oh, well, that I agree with.
Yeah.
They could have beat Georgia. And if they had a decent quarterback and a couple of decent players through the transfer portal, yeah, they could have beat Florida. I won't deny that. You're correct there, Blake. You kind of confused me there. I'm glad you come back and set that up. Now, Rise Up comes back in here and goes, both have 1 loss. I didn't know Texas A&M only had 1 loss. Why in the hell are they not in the top 12? Beats Texas, they jump Texas for the SEC championship.
Is that going to put ATM in the number 1 spot then, since that's where Texas is?
Well, for the SEC, I would say yes. Not for the overall, for the SEC.
Really?
Texas A&M only has 1 loss and not in the top 12. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So I guess y'all are right. They haven't played nobody. They're taking strength of schedule in. To have all these 2-loss teams above them,
well,
they got to be taking strength of schedule. That is wild. Did not know that.
Must be.
Now, see what Jeff put up here. Let another team fight it out for the SEC game. Get ready for the playoffs. That's my point. That's my point, Jeff. Let them have that one. Let them hurt their own people. Let them fight it out. And we're going to get in the 12-team playoff with only 2 losses. We're in it. Now, if we get a 3rd loss by some chance, or we get some people hurt, we're screwed. I agree with you. I mean, that's what I'm preaching. That's just me. All right. Got any last words you want to bring in there, big dog? We got 5 minutes, so we got a little bit more time here.
I just got one thing to say about that, and we need to show.
Go ahead.
Oh, you did? Okay. We need to show the college world that we are the standard, and we need to be able to go in there and be able to face Texas for the SEC championship and beat them. Because we can. we showed that we can beat LSU, and we showed that we can beat these others just to be able to stay in. So yes, I think we're top quality. We should be top quality, and I think that that we need to go in there with a strategy and the mindset that we've got just as much talent on our team as they do. And we've done it before. We've had fucking damn shithead, what's his fucking name there? Ewers. We had him fucking running for his life. And I think with this team here, we got the guys that can make him fucking run for his life still. And I think we can take it and win it. So yeah, I think we should be able to go against them for the SEC championship and go on to the Natty and get it done. That's my thoughts.
I can't argue with that one. Because I got to agree with you. We've had the talent. The talent's all over Alabama. I'm trying to think of a team that has more talent than we do on paper. Maybe Ohio State, maybe. But then you throw in our experience at court. I just think Alabama's got talent. We just now getting with the coaching staff with their new philosophy is working with the strengths of their talent they've got, and it's starting to all come together now. That's what I'm seeing with Alabama, that both sides are finally coming together, and it's working. It's working. Like you said, putting pressure on the quarterbacks. Yes, but we've been having to call the schemes for it. Not just sending one person, not just sending two. We're scheming. Instead of dropping everybody back in the pass coverage, letting them run all over us. So it's took a combination of the coaching and the players coming together and working as one unit. And I am proud to see it. I'm tickled to death about that. I really and truly am. But I don't want to take a chance to get anybody else hurt. I mean, we just lost a good one. Q Robinson. That's a good one. We just lost. And I hope anyway. To me, I don't see the benefit of it. I don't see it. But here's my last word. I want to thank all the Alabama fans. I want to thank all the students at the University of Alabama. I want to thank the University of Alabama that when we win ball games, we win with pride, we win with respect. We do not disrespect the other team. We do not rush the field. We do not cost our university money that we need for equipment or another NIL deal somewhere that we need a player to come in. We might need that $250,000. I'm just saying that might be the tipping edge. So I want to thank every one of y'all. I know y'all get excited. It's up there, but wait till you get back to the bar. Wait till you get to the parking lot. Wait till you get to your tailgate. Then let it loose. I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart because I'm seeing what's happening in all these other colleges that ain't used to being there, that don't have the championships that we do, and they don't know how to take a dynasty. They never had one. They dream about it. They talk shit about it. They talk because they go back to back one time that they're a dynasty. That ain't no damn dynasty.
Hell no.
Look at it is able to wipe their ass twice. That's all that was. That's all it was. Now, we hit that little toilet flusher, and you're gone. Just saying. But I want to thank every one of y'all. I do appreciate y'all. And a happy Veterans Day to everybody. Thank everybody. You got anything else before I slide up out of here?
Yes, sir. That's just... We are the true dynasty. We've had two dynasties in our lifetime. So we can I can be able to wear this shirt with pride that this Alabama is a dynasty. No doubt about it. It comes in number one above all others. And I understand there's 8 of them out there. But I know that we have 2 back-to-backs. 4 of them. I'm sorry, 4 of them. We got one with Coach Bear Bryant. We got 4, and we got 4 with our prior coach there, Coach Nick Saban Jr. Hello, Nick Saban the third. I acknowledge you out there, brother. Nick Saban the third. But yes, our coach there has got 4. So got 2. So yes, roll Tide, brother.
I appreciate everybody. Thank everybody. Roll Tide to everybody rewatches this video. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Hey, if y'all get a chance, still go look into our description. Go to our GoFundMe page. Please go on there if you got $5 to put, whatever, because I'm still going to do it the rest of this year. And we'll find out at the end of this year if we're going to do it next year. Because as soon as, if we get enough money, we're going to send people to playoff games. If we get enough money. I'm just saying, so y'all don't forget, everything that comes in is going out. And if we can do enough, we'll send you to a basketball game, a softball game, whatever. It depends on you, our chat people, our viewers who wants to donate. So what comes in goes out, and I can improve it. But anyway, thank everybody, and go ahead.
If you got questions, bamdownsports@gmail.com. You'll get the answer.
Yep,
guaranteed.
You sure will. Thank everybody, and roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
You've got to be better in all 3 areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'll be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those 3 areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at the time, 4 years from now, why,